Hi there, sign of Aquarius. This is Kim with your next 3-day messages. Hope you're doing good today. Thank you for joining me, guys. Sorry it's taken me a little bit to get these readings out. I have been working on private readings too, and I really want to send out a big thank you for those people who have supported the channel with private readings. They've been going really well. The information is in the description box. If you would like one, just know that it's a pre-recorded reading. You get a private video link. That's how I do it. And put in the notes section what you'd like to know. My intent was to ask Spirit, what is coming? Your spirit guides and your angels, what is coming that you maybe don't see? Oh, it's time for something. Okay, it's time for something kind of big. So the time card comes out when, well, we're reminded of time and the fact that actually everything's happening at once. So that means that you have access to everything. But the way that it flipped out, I feel like you've been waiting patiently on something that's finally unfolding in a very beautiful, divine way. The cosmos, it's perfect order and trust. Perfect order, perfect harmony, everything, right time, right place. Kind of like no matter what your thought is on that, Spirit is saying you're in the right place at the right time, and something is forming and it's really big. Cosmos is the best card you can really get here. Yeah, trust that it's time now for your complete trust in the universe and for massive growth. This is the opposite of chaos in your life. This is when everything makes sense and it comes together. So this is when you're guided to the right people. You feel like whatever a business might be doing good, so yeah, it's timing. It is timing here. I've got a new deck I'm going to use for you all. It's Oracle deck. What else do you want to add to the cosmos here of what it is time for Aquarius? What is it time for Aquarius? What is it time for? The sun. It's time for the sun. Beautiful. Sun represents vitality and growth more than anything. Massive growth, right? Something here that you're doing, you're about to enter that chapter, that period where it's like, this is what happiness is like. This is what experiencing happiness feels like. This is what it feels like for a business to really boom. Also, there's this energy here of you being the sun and being very visible to other people. See, I have the sage on the bottom, so I'm kind of getting this pioneering. You may be the first to do something here, but you're definitely looked at as the sage or the person who has a lot of wisdom to share. You've moved from the pupil, the neophyte, into the teacher position. And remember, we go back and forth throughout those positions our whole life. We're always learning something, and then there's in return something that we can teach. So I see people looking up to you, maybe as a leader here. Definitely very seen. You're probably catching people's eye like the sun. That's interesting. I have intercellular and atom. So that's talking about the external, the atom, our basic building block of matter, right? But on the opposite end is bond. All right, where is my little book here? Where's my little book? There it is. And let me quickly go to the sun, just because this is a new deck, but we know the sun here. The sun is the source energy. All life is directly or indirectly powered by it. The moon is its celestial counterpart. Just like the earth and just like us, it can only hold some of its light. half the moon is always in a shadow, and the other half reflects the light of the sun out into the solar system. The sun is light, life, energy, radiance, yearly cycles, day, constant illumination in the center. And then the atom, the smallest part at the core, the subject, the elements, matter, the self, or the thing, the self. Something about what is being known, seen, or visible within you. Let's get the archetype deck. That sounds like a good one for like a part of yourself, something that you're going to get more information on. For Aquarius. The Pilgrim and the Ocean. Oh, wow. Okay. Those are kind of big because this is like the incomprehensible, the unconscious. It's saying that there's more, there's depth here. So there's something here about yourself where you're going really deep, like to 0 point. You're figuring out something about yourself because whatever it is that you're seeking, it's like that. You just realize that it goes deeper than what you thought initially. The pilgrim is seeking. They're on a journey, and actually can be talking about you going on some sort of adventure or the start of a journey. The quest to know yourself better or understand, what is what has been operating the boat unconsciously. What has been steering our boat? What is it when we are aware of it, it changes. So the sustainer, that's nice. I see this as meeting, there's more than meets the eye. Like there's a lot of depth to you than meets the surface. But I feel like what meets the surface is probably this sustainer energy, which is a person who can do the normal things in life and uphold a firm foundation. Pay the mundane things sometimes, paying the bills, the same routine. The one who is holding it down, or holding it together. There's a contrast of what other people see about you and the depth that you actually go, that they don't see. They obviously don't see everything that you've been through and some might know this part of you, the mystique, but I feel like most people are going to be seeing the sustainer energy within you. The mystic. The mystic is somebody who is like the daydreamer, the light worker, is a person who's not afraid of exploring who they are, even transforming who they are. This card also tells me that you have a kind of a quality about you that is like Shiva, where you're able to take the poison of the world, swallow it, hold it in your mouth, and then it can come back up as or it's transmuted into the nectar. So it's a remover of darkness, and then you're replacing the darkness with the medicine or the nectar. So you could be in a lot of situations, you could find that you get put in places where you're the main light in the dark, and I would say that that's like the reason for you being there, if you find that happens a lot. So let's ask what there is to explore here that they want you to explore or find out about yourself with the ocean. What else would you like them? Oh, putting the past in the past. Your past. These are people from the past, situations from the past. Sometimes the vapor trail is that thing that hurt us really bad at the time, but it just stays as like a mark in the past. It's not something that you carry with you. The untouchable soul here. Retrograde. Wow. Don't let the past hold you back, or don't allow yourself to get pulled into the past. Because there's some sort of transformation going on here. I got Pluto and I have the geomagnetic storm poking out. So I have the energy of unavoidable transformation. It has something to do with you moving away from either a person or something here that has happened in the past. Choosing you. So now's not the time to go back, or now's not the time to revert to something in the past. There's the Pluto energy here with the Tower. The Wheel of Fortune is the new cycle. This is a like no going back. Everything is going to be changed. That's just kind of what I get from it. Everything is changing and shifting. And even if it is somebody from the past, then the relationship is going to be very different. Maybe, and that might be in a good way for you, like different this time. Things will be different this time. So, major shakeup, major change. and having to trust that this is all in divine order. Wheel of Fortune could have flipped in the reverse. So I use that as a sign to say that this is good luck and good fortune here for you. Wow, I have the Emperor. That's you being assertive and standing up for yourself, making big moves. And I don't feel like it's going backwards. No, but there still can be this hurt. If you still have hurt from something that happened in the past that didn't work out, 5 of Cups, or, and I'm very sad if this is your case, if you are mourning the loss of somebody, you will get through it, the hurt and the sadness, the heaviness of it at least will just be a mark, like a mark in the sky, like a vapor trail. There 1 minute and then gone the next. So I see you taking charge and moving forward. What else about this Emperor? The 9 of Cups. Choosing you, choosing your happiness. And I think that is what they're saying, that the focus needs to kind of be on right now is not how I can please everybody else, but how can I please myself at this moment? Because there's obviously something to reflect on here about that. Because you have this energy of someone who's very responsible, other people depend on. But something shook up the energy, and it was like, no, there's something here that's going to give me more for me. More happiness. A love that gets returned back. You know, 9 of Cups is a good card for that. Here, let's get another card from this Eigengirl about what kind of move to make. What is the move to make? What does that have to do with their path, or with them getting more depth on their path? Oh, transformative energy of death is coming out. So we have death and life on the opposite sides in this life, right? And so there's closing, ending. Scorpio energy, very strong here with death and the Tower. So it's allowing yourself to have closure in a situation here. And some of you are really majorly transforming, like just yourself is majorly transforming. So that's what they're saying, be kind of like, put your foot down. If something is in your life. It's from the past, but it's not working out in the way you want it to. Allowing it to either transform or allowing the closing of a door here. Conscious or consciousness on the bottom. And aversion. Interesting. Interesting. So there's grasping and then there's aversion. And aversion is you know, I'm thinking of it of when we don't want something to get, like we're not, to me it's just signifying the letting go of something that we had been grasping onto or trying to like make work for a while. It feels like that. It feels like we are conscious now of whatever it was that was like our ego that was grasping onto something, maybe wanting to hold on to a relationship, or even if it's a career, it's something that didn't resonate with you anymore, wasn't working out. There's something here that your consciousness, you're very aware of. Yeah, now there's like movement and different flow coming in here. At the Cosmic Network and 3333, which this card is about gratitude and how gratitude can be that portal that opens you up to different types of success. You know, you can look at it like that. When you use the word, I am grateful, or when you're grateful for everything, the universe will start showing you more things for you to be grateful about. The stellar stream is talking about a group of stars that once they get put into motion, they literally can't be stopped. So this is like fast success for you. And maybe some other people also might be included in that, as there's like different stars in a stream. And nothing can affect them, or the rate that they're going at, the speed that they're going. The Cosmic Network is you having that access and availability to like all information, all at this time. So if there's something that you feel like you need to know, getting kind of a claircognizant vibe here, where you can just reach into the Akashic Records or the Cosmic Network, the quantum field, and get your information. Tell me more about aversion and vapor trail. This letting go of the past is quite literally letting go of the past. Yeah, going deep with the scuba diver. We've already said this with the ocean card, that you're going to 0 point because you're going very deep in an emotional, regarding an emotional aspect of your life. And I feel like this has to do with your past and opening up and discovering more. So exploring the unconscious mind right here. I think that is the main message for you. Exploring the unconscious mind. And then opening up for the universe to give you those new experiences, new relationships, new information also. Wonder what it is that you're... So obviously for you all, it's going to be different things. Tell me what's discovered, if we can maybe, I don't know, generalize the unconscious mind. What is discovered in the unconscious mind? What is discovered? 6 of Cups. It's about relationships. It's about somebody from the past. 6 of Cups. And it can be about how you achieve this victory. So they can be in your life right now. 6 of Cups. But this is also about you exploring your connections, how they relate, how they've been relating to who you are in this life. It's like the moment we don't grasp or try to force something like a relationship to work, we have success. Yeah, the moment you stop chasing something, then you get out of that energy of chasing. And then you can embrace the energy of, okay, it's all happening at once, like that time card. So I'm just going to, law of assumption, assume something to be true for myself. No forcing, No grasping. Letting it go, and then it comes to you, it seems like. So you're going to have a lot of success here moving forward. For some of you all, this is a person that's actually in your life right now. And for others of you all, it's about reflecting on your relationships and figuring out, like, where in the past was I grasping or trying to hold on to something that wasn't working. And then that gives you the information that kind of changes things or sets the stage differently in the next relationship, you know? Leading you to victory. 6 of Wands. Leading you to victory. 5 of Swords coming out. Why we have 5 of Swords? 5 of Swords could be like, okay, something was complicated. I hope not violent, but for some people it is. Something here about feeling conflicted. Conflicted, or the energy around is one of conflict and illusion, because the moon is here. So there's some sort of illusion or something. Is they have the telescope on the moon card. There's something for you to see. It's about what could work for you, or what is working for you, what kind of changes, or trusting your intuition about a situation. Another 4, contemplation with yoga, going within, meditate, time alone. And another 4, the roadblock. Block change, barriers, challenges, time to regroup, stuck, obstacles, or not right now. And then I have the baggage card on. Okay, so this baggage card, it talks about letting go of those unresolved, maybe those unresolved issues, or even moving on from past relationships. If you're fearing separating from something just because you feel it to be familiar to you, know that you have the Phoenix energy supporting this. And your angels, 444, 77, and 9. It's about being brave and confident here to allow whatever the Phoenix is. It's representing something that completely gets burned to the ground, and then you arise and transformed with a new body, a new shape, it's a rebirth, and it's a huge one. So the Phoenix moment is not a small moment. So there have been roadblocks, or they're asking you to reflect on those roadblocks. Master number 33, your ascended master is with you for sure. And there's some concern here from someone regarding your happiness in life. Somebody's concerned with how you're feeling. Golly day. This one's really wanting to come out twice. Somebody's concerned with how you're feeling. I wonder if somebody's concerned about, I'd be getting like someone is concerned that they might be losing you. That you might decide something's not for you anymore. And there's somebody here that's obviously very concerned about your satisfaction and happiness in life. Despair. Tell me more. Courthouse, imprisonment. So that can actually be, could be a legal situation or some sort of official, about an official situation or something that has to do with court. Imprisonment, I usually read this card as like an 8 of Swords, where there's been interference or there's been energy like this. Maybe it's in the mind that has held someone back. It can be that another person that you had been dealing with was dealing with these energies. And that might be why to move on from a certain person, you know. Because there's something here where they're saying, don't let this, either this person or this past person hold you back. There may be issues that they are dealing with, and they definitely could be like affecting you somehow, or affecting your progress. So it's time to pack the bags. Another message of concern. What is the concern about? Yeah, that you will be going on a different path, or that you won't be choosing somebody. Maybe it's when you come into some kind of wealth or luck here. Somebody might be concerned because you have a pathway here to your luck and your wealth. 777, sudden wealth. Master number 11, master number 33. So I feel like somebody from your past is very concerned about losing you, because they can see like there's a lot of good stuff that you're headed for. I also feel like you're consciously aware of like where you're going. You see how that looks like a pathway, like a my focus is here, so this is where I'm going. Well, it looks good for you. That's what I'm getting for your messages. Let's pull an angel number message for you and wrap it up. Aquarius. 999. Thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs, because, yeah, so you can make the best of a life that is waiting to be fulfilled by only you. 999. I am unique. And it goes along with the whole theme of the reading too. So I'm sending you love and light. Bye.